Hello everyone, I am back with another video. God, it has been a while since I've made one of these videos. Holy shit. Alright, well anyways, today I am going to be continuing on with the Ben 10 series. These are drawing the Ben 10 aliens in my own style. Hang on, I gotta sorry about that, I had to sneeze. Now, I did one of the first, sorry, no script. Anyways, I did 5 of the original playlist aliens, which was Forearms, Diamond Head, Accelerate, Upgrade, and Rip Jaws. Sorry, I love doing his voice. Anyways, so I decided, hey, why not do the other 5 of the playlist? And that's exactly what I'm doing here. But right now, as you can see, I am doing Gray Matter. Now, this lovable guy, I can't remember why I loved this guy so much, but I did, and I do. And while I was like looking at this guy's physique and everything, and like his race, the Galvins and everything like that, I was thinking like hold on, why isn't there any like chubby Galvin? And I was like, this would be the perfect time for me to introduce a chubby Galvin, which would basically be me, because you know, if you've seen my like videos and everything, you know that I'm a guy on the bigger side of things and such. So that's exactly what I did. I just made Upgrade just fat, basically. Yes, he has teeny tiny legs because I also have, I have muscular legs. I don't know. Oh, anyways, I got skinny legs, but I have like a big belly and everything. And so that's what I decided to do with this Gray Matter. Alright, now, of course, he stands like an inch taller than most Galvin. But he's still a small little guy. Yeah. And the reason why I wanted to do Gray Matter first was because because this was like one of the most solid ideas I had. Just make Gray Matter just a big frog, or like basically just a big frog and everything. Because that's what the Galvin race is, basically, just big tadpoles. Or just frogs. Like, they have like a tadpole stage and everything like that. I was going to give him like kind of like a gecko style tail. And then it evolved into like giving him a tadpole type tail, because, you know, he'd be or I'm young, he'd be young as well, you know that type of deal. But then I was like, no, I don't want to give him a tail or anything. That would probably take away too much from him. So of course I didn't give him a tail, but what I did end up doing was giving him larger hands so he can pick up at least a little bit bigger things. Also, I kind of like the original Gray Matter, the watch is on his back, of course. Because you know, there's no other place for that watch to be. In Alien Force, they tried to put it on his chest, but it did not look well. It did not look good whatsoever. And so, of course, the Omnitrix is just massive, but it's on his back. So let me introduce you to Smallstein. Up next, we have Ghost Freak. Now, with Ghost Freak, I didn't know what I wanted to do with him. I really wanted to like make him kind of just pointy all around. I know, like with ghosts, like you think like, oh, apparitions are like wavy and like real like curves and whatnot. But I was like why not do both? So I made him really angular and such. Like gave him like a lot of angles, a lot of points and everything like that, while also giving his like finger tentacle thing some curves and such, which I don't know if it was like the best idea to do and such, but I honestly like it and everything. And of course, we're keeping the fingers all striped out and everything. And also, if I'm being honest, I was too lazy to just like dash down all the lines, so I didn't do that. I just ended up marking or using the marker on them. Um, for the Omnitrix place, or sorry. Oh man, I don't know why I got the sniffles so much. Anyways, for the placement of the Omnitrix, I always loved how like the Omnitrix was kind of like buried inside a Ghost Freak. Like that's not his skin. That's just some kind of like shell or disguise that he's wearing to keep like whatever it is inside, you know? Oh, and like I always loved that idea. So I decided to do that here as well to make it seem more like, oh, he's like this haunted figure and such. That he's just this like entity that could just scare the ever living shit out of you. Which I absolutely love, of course. Now, when it came to the hood, I wanted to give him like a round head, like he had like in the original series, but I was like, nah. You know, he can have a pointy head. I saw it in a Maraboops version that he did, where he gave his version of Ghost Freak pointy head kind of shape. And I was like, that looks cool. I like that a lot. So I decided to do the same thing. Of course, I'm making the gray a bit of a darker color because I want him to like seem like a creature of the night. Like he's not meant to be in the sun or anything, and he doesn't want to be like seen or anything except for his ghostly eye that paralyzes you with fear. I don't know. Oh, anyways. So with this, with my personal version of Ghost Freak, I really thought like, okay, this is a cool concept with like a bunch of like cool colors and everything, but not too colorful, you know? Oh, but anyways, if y'all don't mind, I'd like to introduce you to my version of Ghost Freak named Freak Out. Up next, we have the very blind yet very wild mutt. Ah, God, that kind of hurt my throat. Okay, so for Wild Mutt, I really didn't know what I wanted with him. I knew one thing though: orange. Keep the orange. Do whatever you want. Just keep the orange color. But don't make it too orange, of course. Or see, in the original series with Wild Mutt, he was like a lot of like there was a lot of orange, but he also had like black lips and everything. But then when we get into Ultimate, when we get into Ultimate Alien, they take away his lips and just like make the whole thing orange. And I'm also so pissed off as well at the Ultimate Alien version because they took away the shoulder pauldron, that which I absolutely loved, because it was just this like random thing that just this wild dog had, you know? Oh, and then in Omniverse, I didn't mind him having a collar, but honestly, it took a lot of the wild out of it because it made him seem more tamed and everything, which I like, in my personal opinion, I absolutely hated and everything. And like, don't make him seem like he's a tame dog. He's named Wild Mutt for a reason. Yeah, sure, it may not be the best name, but he's still Wild Mutt, and he's still a wild fucking alien dog, you know? So yeah. Anyways, so I knew a couple of things here, apparently. Or I thought of a couple things. Give him back his lips. Don't put the Omnitrix on just like his chest. So like give him like his shoulder pauldron back, and also give him something besides orange. And so I decided to give him like all these like different black stripes and everything because I thought, you know, I thought it looked cool, you know. I thought it looked cool, you know. And just like give him a tail. Because, like, when he turns into adult, or, like, the Ben 10K version, Wild Mutt had a tail, which I actually really didn't expect to see, and I was really surprised at. But I absolutely fell in love with the fact that he just had a tail. Hell, like just randomly, the Volpomancer Wild Mutt had a tail, which, like, of course showed like Wild Mutt his age and everything like that, of course. But anyways, hey, so I gave Wild Mutt a tail. I also gave him these black stripes to like kind of seem more wild and like more, I don't know, to me to seem more animal like. I know they resemble like kind of like a tiger and everything, but I like to think that it kind of resembles like the black fur on a husky. That's what I named him, by the way, or named this version of Wild Mutt is Husky. Yeah, I know he can't like talk about it or anything like that. But yeah, I was also thinking about giving him red fur, but I was like, nah, that's all right. Just keep it this way. So here's my version of Wild Mutt, known as Husky. And here we go. Oh, one of the first aliens ever dialed in by Ben 10 himself. How should I do his voice? Heat blast. Yeah. So one of the things that I wanted to do, that I wanted to give this heat blast, was the volcano shoulders. They didn't have to be too big or too bulky or anything. I just wanted him to have like the volcano shoulders, or like we see in Ben 10K. Hey, for example. Oh, and that's exactly what I gave him, was just these like volcanic shoulder pauldron kind of deals. And I'd like to think that like he can like shoot out of them, but they're also like flight stabilizers in like some way. Because we've all seen heat blast fly and everything. Just takes a huge chunk of the earth out and then just blast fire through it and everything, and he just starts flying all over. He makes it into a skateboard basically, which I absolutely love. Now for Heat Blast, he was always just like one kind of like red, but in my version I really wanted him to be like multiple kinds of like red, and because the rocks on him are meant to like represent tectonic plates and everything. So I was like, why don't I make it into tectonic plates? And like one tectonic plate is like never like the other. Oh, so of course, like most of them are like different shapes, different sizes, and everything, and different color, which I really wanted to emphasize here. Now, while I was drawing in with the colors and everything, and I was like, man, he's looking really cool just being like white and everything, like white fire and everything. Like once I put the pants on, I was like, oh man, I wonder if I should leave him like this. Yes, but then I took a step back and I was like, no, okay, let's color the yellow in and everything. And so that's what I did. I colored in a bunch of yellow and everything, and to give him that, or to actually give him that whole. Why am I blanking on? I'm brain freezing on his name, on the whole heat blast kind of deal. And yes, I did give him pants, mostly because I didn't really know how I wanted to put tectonic plates on like his thighs and like in the crotch region. And so I was like, nope, okay, you know what? We're just gonna do this. Yes. And then also I wanted to like make it seem like he had veins and everything by giving him like these orange like accents or accents? No, not accents. But like kind of give him like these orange bits here. I know I definitely like them. Anyways, here's my version of Heat Blast, known as Inferno. Or Inferno. Now, last but not least is one of the main buggy boys of the series, one of the main fly boys, was Stinkfly. Now, I was racking my brain with Stinkfly. Like, at first, I wanted to make him a grub. I wanted to make him more dragonfly-like. I wanted to, like, just redesign, like, the reboot design in, like, some kind of way. Hey, I even wanted to make him, like, a praying mantis at some point. But then I was like, no. All of these are, like, too, not Stinkfly, because he's not really like a fighter or anything. He's a buggy boy with a giant spike on his tail who flies around throwing balls of like bile goop or whatever you want to call it. So I was like, okay, hey, just back up. What all did Stinkfly have? He had a giant stinger tail. And I was like, we're gonna go with it. So I made his stinger tail a bit more arrow-like and a bit bigger. And this time it's actually able to like spew out his like gross bile stuff and everything like that. Which I absolutely thought was a good idea. And that I thought was gonna be like, which I did think was going to be like one of his main powers in the series. But no, it was just more meant for like tearing stuff apart and like opening stuff up like a tin can and everything like that. But anyways, I also wanted to keep him like real gross looking and everything like that. So of course, like we had to like, I wanted to keep the black and white, so I made his head black, like of course, like as usual. Well, of course, like the tentacle things as well, that he had and everything. Like, yeah. I tried to make him like gross looking, like give him like these gross colors and everything, and like to accent everything. But I also like made sure to keep like the whole black and white theme that he had. I never really liked how they did him in Omniverse, where he like was all, or where his head was like all green and everything like that. Like I never really liked that. I was always like, no, just bring back his like regular colors. Like that's how I remember Stinkfly. I just with like these like gross looking colors, or just like he was gross looking enough. Like you really didn't need to change him. Like even the head shape in Omniverse, like I had a bit of a problem with. Anyways, here comes that a gross looking green color that I decided to use. But honestly, I thought it was gonna be like too gross looking. But this color honestly spoke to me a lot. So yeah. And this is the color I decided to make the wings. I thought they were pretty spot on. So yeah, and my phone's gonna die here in a bit. So, now here is the finished version of my version of Stinkfly, known as Gunkshot. If you guys enjoyed this video, make sure to hit the like button, also comment and subscribe, and I will talk to y'all later. Goodbye. Yeah.